Up YouTube. Hope everybody has had a good Saturday. Um, Me and the family had a pretty fun day today. Got out of the house for a little bit. Um, Hope all is well in the world. Um, got a little fun video tonight, just showing some things that we picked up. Uh, Kind of different for us. I've honestly never done this. But I thought, what the heck, you know, we were out of the house having some fun. Um, what's up, DQ? What's up, Connor, man? What's going on with you guys? I hope you had a good Saturday. Um, anyway, yeah, we got out of the house. The kids, they're obviously inside all the time, kind of bored. My wife works from home. She didn't get out, so she was bored. I said, heck with it. Let's go for a ride. Um, I actually went down to a local card shop I have that's not too far from here. It's a smaller shop. It's in a downtown area of a small town, or I guess you'd call it a small town. It's bigger than where I live, but the owner's real cool. Um, I needed to get a few more storage boxes, and just kind of wanted to look at some singles and just see how things were going with him, after COVID and um, obviously with the other stuff going on in the world, there was some protests right there downtown. So just kind of wanted to see how he was doing, how the shop was doing. Um, Talk to him for a few minutes. I might actually have him be a one of the guest people, um, like I was discussing with the Zoom meeting. I talked to him about it, and I thought maybe it would be kind of cool to have an actual card shop owner give his perspective on like how things are going with hobby prices. Um, Maybe give a perspective of why hobby shops are having to sell retail because um, I kind of understand it for these shop owners. I mean, like I said, he's downtown. So I'm sure his monthly lease isn't very cheap, and to put hobby box prices at what they're at, he's probably not moving a lot of hobby boxes. So in order to um, compensate for that, obviously they have to have some retail, and he has some singles in there. He has a lot of vintage, which is really cool. Um, and when I say vintage, I'm talking, 50s and 60s. Um, but a lot of people don't go in there to buy singles anymore. He also has some memorabilia, some little knickknacks. Um, he also carries a lot of pops. I actually picked some up tonight or this evening while we were there. I added some more of the NBA ones. I actually got some that I already had, so I have some duplicates now that maybe I'll find something to do with. But I got two of the UNC Jordans. I got the Zion pop. I got another LeBron that I didn't have. I got the white jersey one. So just some fun things. Some storage boxes. Prices. I will tell you guys, prices on product was expensive. Um, he had Bowman HTA hobby box was like I think it was 640 or something like that. Crazy. I think that's what it was. Don't quote me. Um, but to give you guys an example, like on these hobby shops when they're selling retail, I know back in February, I believe it was January or February. I actually, and I have a video, I think it's still up. I had a video where I opened a hobby box um, of Optic football, 2019 Optic Football. I bought a hobby box from him. And I think it was like 139 or 149 for a hobby box. Really good priced. I went in there today. He didn't even have Optic Hobby. He had Optic Mega Boxes. And he was selling those for 135. Now, that sounds crazy and unreasonable, except for the fact some guy came in there and bought like, I think 2 or 3 of them while I was there. So, he has to make money or he's not going to be able to keep his shop open. So they're having to sell retail as well, which I know he gets his from a distributor. I don't know where the distributors get them. But, I just thought maybe I discussed with him maybe to get him one at some point and just kind of have the perspective of what a shop owner is. Now, luckily, he also sells like lip balm and hand sanitizer and like Beanie Babies, and he has memorabilia, he has comics. He's got a wide assortment of things in there. It's actually a pretty cool shop where, like, if a guy loves cards but his wife likes, I don't know, knickknacks and things like that, they could go in there and she could go look at, one side of the store and he could go look at cards or sports memorabilia or whatever. So he has a good setup and he has a fallback if the card side isn't doing good enough to support, the financial side of it. But I'll tell you, he doesn't carry a lot of product just because of the prices. And it's sad because he's a really good guy. He tries to price fair. So anyway, I did talk to him. Maybe I can get him on one day, one evening when we do a Zoom meeting or whatever. But on the way back home, we have a little antique mall kind of thing here in our town. And I asked the wife and kids. I knew it wouldn't be busy. They were closing up like in 45 minutes when we got there. And I knew there wouldn't be a lot of people in there, so I was like, do y'all want to go in and just walk around? I mean, my daughter, she loves like old school stuff. I hope that didn't mess up, guys. Somebody just tried to call my phone. Hopefully that didn't mess the camera up. And it did. Damn it. Hang on a second. Uh. Hang on one second, guys. I apologize. I'm going to put up the other screen real quick. Hang on. Refresh, reconnect. Okay. Damn it. Give me one second. I apologize. I need to put this. I don't know why people. It's somebody that probably got alerted that I was on too. Yeah, it's still good with me, but it's not showing the cards on the camera. See, like, I can take this and show it here, but it's still showing on the camera. They screwed up my whole stream. Damn it. Well, this has never happened before, and I apologize, guys. Give me 1 second. And now it's not letting me. Yeah, and it went black. Hang on. Are we back, guys? All right, are we back? All right. I apologize for that. Somebody tried Instagram videoing me, and I I don't know how to set it to do not disturb and everything. So I apologize. When it did that, it froze my camera up. So anyway, as I was saying, on the way back, there was an antique mall there. I know my daughter likes, older stuff. She likes vintage stuff. She's 14, and dude, she loves record players and all that stuff. So I was like, why don't we go in there and walk around for a little bit, before we get back to the house. While I was in there, um, I did a little JF shopping, and some of you might know what I'm talking about. Um, I'm not going to specify on it, but I found a little booth who had some cards, and I was like, let's take a look and see what he had. Well, first off, there was this '87 factory set. Um, Natsman is the one that called me and messed my camera up. I'm gonna have to get him. um, but as you guys can see here, it was priced for $8, and everything was in this set, full set. Now I know this stuff was mass printed and everything. Don't don't get me wrong. I know what I bought. Here was another '87 set for $5 that this guy hand collated in 1999. So this has been sitting for 20 years, hand collated. Yeah. No, there's an 8 there. There's an 8 there. It's just the way he wrote it. But the cool thing about this hand collated one, if you can see here, the guy marked it mint, and he did this in '99. So in '99, as y'all know, grading wasn't a thing. So this guy put that '87 Topps set together, marked it as mint. It sat there for going 20 and a half years now, and he sold it for $5. Now, they weren't in a case or anything, and like the factory set, the tape on it was actually cut. So I thought, the good cards are probably gone. So I was like, what the heck? Well, I also bought this stack of cards from the same vendor. So I got up to the register. I'll tell you guys, I paid, I think it was about $76 total for everything. I'm going to first show you guys what came out of the set. Actually, Ziggy, in '99, I don't even know, Panini PSA, I think, started in '98, I believe, wasn't it, or '97, something like that. It wasn't really like actual encapsulating. I know everybody considered mint and non-mint, but anyway, guys, let me show you these. These, I pulled out the big four, and these were in the factory set. Now, obviously, they're not perfect on these, but they are in really pretty good shape. I don't know about a 10 on these, but they're in real good shape, and for $8, was it 90? I was thinking it was 98. Maybe it was BGS that was the end of the 90s. Maybe I got them confused. But then we go to the hand collated set, and that's what these are. Now, that Canseco, that thing's almost spot on. And this guy hand collated it and marked it mint. The Bo Jackson, again, it's like spot on. Now, the backs, they're close. I don't think these will 10. The backs are close, but they are off a little bit. So, probably nines or 9.5s. But to add to the collection, I mean, it's not a bad buy. The Maguire, again, spot on. And then the Bonds. So this was a hand collated set that this guy marked mint, and these things are they're awesome. Um, Again, the back is a little off, but the front looks looks awesome. So that was the ones out of the sets. So he also had a little cabinet with some cards in it. And I'll tell you, all the prices are on here, so I'll show you the prices, but then at the end I'll tell you how much I actually paid for them. Because since I bought so much, the guy gave me he actually gave me a better price. The lady at the register called him. I guess they have a way to contact the booth owners. So, so here is the Maguire with the rookie cup. Now this is priced at $3. It's 88 tops, so technically, I know the 85 is the USA one. That's the one people want, but this would be considered a second year card. Um, these aren't worth that much, but they look awesome. Here's a Barry Bonds. This is Power Players. This is from 99 tops. You guys can see that there. Now, this isn't a valuable card, but I mean, it looks awesome. So, for $1, I'll give the guy $1 for it. Here's a perennial all-star, again from 99 tops. Got a nice, awesome foil refractor to it. Another $1. And then you can never go wrong with Griffey. I mean, this thing was and they're in perfect shape. I mean, look at the corners and everything, guys. They're in perfect shape, and this card is like awesome looking. They're from 99, that's man. And this one's also from 99. And then we have the 90 tops Griffey. Again, this one's a little off-centered, left to right, but I don't care. It's another card to add to the collection. It's off-centered, but, are you going to pass up a Griffey? No. Got 2 Frank Thomas rookies. Um, 2 Chipper Jones rookies, and these actually look really good. They're pretty well centered and everything. So you got 2 Chipper rookies. This is an Archives Jeter from 2001 Archives. It's a cool card. I know Natsman had those stamped Shaq and Jordans, and he did pretty good on those. I thought maybe, what the heck, this might have some value in the future or something, but I'd pick it up. And then there's the actual 92 Jeter. It's a little off-centered, but no biggie. I didn't have one. Figured what the heck. And then, I showed y'all the sets, but the guy had more of these in the case. So, there's another Maguire. Another Maguire. There's 3 Canseco's. This Bonds is pretty off-centered, but I figured what the heck, I'd grab it anyway. Now, this one was crazy to me. He had an Ichiro in there, and I'll show you guys. This thing, it's centered. It's centered. The border, there is no white. I think this will do really good. No, this is not a reprint, JC. This is the real deal. I'll tell you, Ziggy, at the end what I paid for all of this. Okay, and then he had some other sports in there. There's a Reggie Bush. I figured, Reggie Bush had a pretty decent career. Not bad for a buck. With Gronk and Brady coming back, there was 3 Gronk rookies. They were $1 a piece. I was like, what the heck? Let's grab them. Russell Wilson. You can't go wrong with Russell Wilson. So I picked that one up. And then I already had one of these, but I like Cam Newton. I think he's had a good career. I know he's gotten banged up and, he may never start again. But I figured, you know what? For $1.50, I'll grab another one. So I grabbed that too. Okay. So the total price they gave me for the stack, the total price on the stack, they gave to me for $60. Now, if you add it up, it was about $80 in cards. With everything, it was about $80. And then the sets were supposed to be $13, and they let me have those. I think it was for $10 or $11. So total for everything there, I paid like $71, $72 for all of that. So that's 287 top sets. That whole stack of cards I showed you guys. Yeah, my wife just put it up there. Everything, the total price was $93. They let me have it for $77. And then my daughter bought like this little glass vase thing that she wanted. So I paid $82.13 total. And that was including a vase for my daughter that she wanted for her room. So it's kind of hard to find things in antique malls, but we literally just went in there because it was a place that was not busy. We could walk around, look at things, and I was like, you know what? I don't have some of these. I seen that Ichiro right away, and I was like, holy crap, I had to take it. And then, obviously Russell Wilson, you can't. Oh yeah, Ziggy, you're near Culpeper. It's actually on it's Route 3. Like as you're going out of Culpeper. It's on Route 3. But anyway, we were only in there for like 30 minutes or so. They were closing soon. But it was nice to get out, walk around. It wasn't busy at all. They had everything cleaned and sanitized. And yeah, I mean, it was nice for the kids to get out, my wife to get out. Gave us something to do. I honestly have never really thought about, like, I see other channels finding things. I never have thought about it really, and I seen this one. there was actually something in there that I really, really, I got excited when I seen it. It was a 1952 Chicago Cubs program. And it said it said Chicago versus New York. And I immediately thought Yankees. And it was like $14. So it was in one of those little like 8x10 sleeves. So I pulled it out and opened it up. What was awesome about it is somebody actually kept score during the game. There was a scorecard inside the program. Unfortunately, the New York team was not the Yankees. But I thought, like when I seen 1952 and Cubs versus New York, I immediately was thinking, how cool would it be to have a program with Mickey Mantle from 52 against the Chicago Cubs. But like I said, sadly, it wasn't the Yankees, so there was no Mantle or anybody like that on there. But it was still cool to see. No, I didn't see May's name on there either. That's a good point, Rock, because that was the New York Giants then. I did not see Mays on the list. Maybe he was off that day? I don't know. But I didn't see him on there. And another thing came in the mail today. It was from 52 Kalamazoo. We got a Brady. I'm not a Brady fan, but we throw around the term investment. The dude's got 6 Super Bowl championships. I think it's a good investment. I think it's a safe buy. So I picked up the Brady. I am planning on picking up the blue one, the regular one. This is the Encore, which looks just like the other one, except this one has a foil background. And from things I read, this was a harder pull than the regular one. It's in a 9, which as y'all know, I'm okay buying 9s. I'm wondering if SGC, though, was not a lot, like, even more strict back in the day, because there's a little, like, spot down here, but I don't know. I need to get it re-slabbed, because the slab has scratches on it. You can see right there. There's some gunk on the slab, and then on the back, it has scuffs. So I do want to get it re-slabbed in the new holder. But I like this one, and I do want to get the regular Upper Deck one, the blue, to go with it, which I'll be doing that. But yeah, I mean, you know, like my wife said, it was $77. I could have went to the store and bought 4 blasters and maybe not have pulled anything. I just went and spent $77 on some cards that not only have some nostalgia to them. 87 was right around the time that I actually started collecting. So these 87 cards are awesome. I've always loved those wood border patterns. But I knew who I got, you know. So, you know, it sucks not being able to rip packs right now because of the way the market is. But there is still ways to have fun in the hobby. Even things like that Brady. You know, I could go to Walmart, and if I found Mosaic or Bowman and it was fully stocked, I'd probably buy a good bit of it just so I could bring it home and open it. But I might not hit anything. I'll tell you guys. Well, I'll show you guys. I'll pull it up real quick. 2000 Upper Deck Encore Tom Brady PSA 9. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. It was messing up. There's the last PSA 9. It sold for 600 on that Brady. And then this is the one I bought. So I got a good deal. I can't complain. I got it on auction. The case did make the picture look really bad, so that might have deterred people from it. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Here is some of those 87 Topps cards. Now these are in PSA 10s, and I don't expect any of them to get a PSA 10, but there's some value to these things. So I thought it was cool to add. I mean, fun little pickup. But yeah, 86 Topps Traded had a lot of people. You had Bo, Canseco, Maguire, Bonilla, Bonds. You had a ton of people in that set. Saying flippers shouldn't buy a bunch and saying someone that wants to open a bunch is two different things. I wouldn't be flipping it. Yeah, actually, Will Clark is somebody I should have pulled out of this 87 set. I'll go back through it and pull some more. I just pulled out the main guys. That's right, Rock. Canseco is. You're right. Maguire was he was in the 85 and then the 87. You're right. I was thinking about the Canseco with the A's up at the top. You're right. Yeah, that's right. I said Maguire because of Canseco's card. I think he should. I mean, he was one of the popular players back then. I don't know his full stats or anything like that, but he was definitely an important part of in the late 80s and 90s in baseball. I mean, and to my knowledge, he was never mentioned anywhere in juicing. So, that's a big thing when it comes to what they look at now too, which personally, after the whole mess of them with the Astros and them not really doing a very deep punishment on players, I think they just need to stop worrying about the juicing and let the guys in. Personally, I know Bonds, he had a hell of a career. He broke the record. But to me personally, Hank Aaron will always be the home run king. I don't care if Soto breaks it. I don't care if Soto was to break Bonds' record. Hank Aaron will, to me, always be the home run king. Those ballparks were just way different times. The bats, the balls, the uniforms, everything was different back then. And that man still crushed the ball and put up the numbers. I get it overall. you got to have a true leader. But I respect Hank Aaron so much, and he will always be Hammer and Hank and the home run king, in my eyes. And I never watched the man play, but just to do it in those times, man. Yeah, the pitching sucked, but they also threw at the players. I mean, they threw at the batters, so you could look at that both ways as far as the pitching, man. Hank had to swing a tree trunk as a baseball bat. Nowadays, these guys have the bats custom made to exact specifications down to a single ounce of how much they want. The cupping of do they want the barrel cupped? What bat tape, they want to use? Do they want the barrel colored? I mean, it's just so much stuff, man. And I didn't live in that time. I'm just gonna say, you gotta respect Hank Aaron, man. And Nolan Ryan, he will never, his record will never be broken. What do you mean, stop complaining? Nobody's complaining. Statistically, Rick, yeah, he is. I'm just saying, what I'm, just in my view, Hank, I gotta respect him. Cedar, I just think that times were different. It's just like the debate, and it wasn't even that long ago. People say, would Jordan be as good today? Or would LeBron be as good in the 80s, mid 80s and 90s when Jordan was king? Would, you could say a lot of things. Would Wilt be as good today? I mean, but there's a lot of arguments. I mean, look at football. You can't even touch a wide receiver anymore. Psh, they used to lay them boys out. Running backs used to be a major part of it. Well, Ziggy, now they don't use that now, but they didn't have protein shakes back then, so I guess they could trade. I guess what what was in their drinks back then, they get protein now. Everything was better when I was 15. Nah. There, we'll just put him in timeout since it's sadness on here. I don't know why people, if it's so sad on here, I don't know why they get on and watch. So, We'll just fix the solution. Um, nah, it's all good, Connor. You're gonna have one in every bunch. It's okay. Nah, Cards, he was saying it was in the drinks and stuff. That is actually an impressive stat step back. A three ball count 133 times. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, Rick, I loved Griffey, man. When he went to the Reds, that just changed his career. He's still an awesome player, and no, that can never be taken from him. But it was so sad when he went to the Reds and kept getting hurt. But yeah, and I'll be honest with you guys. I really would like to know what that Mariners team would have been like if they had kept Griffey, A Rod, Randy Johnson, um, the Martinez brothers, and there was somebody else there. Who else was there? They had such an awesome team. And then it was like when they won the yet, but they what was it 120 games or 110 games, 120 games, and then they broke the team apart. I really would like to know what that team could have done if they had stuck together, for a few years. It would have been really interesting to see what that team could have done. It would have been fun to watch though, because that was an awesome team. Kalamazoo, wasn't it? And y'all are gonna correct me again. I think it was 94, 92. What was it? Nope, 01. I was way off again. Damn. Yeah, 01. Here's the roster. Jay Buhner, Ichiro. Wait a second. That isn't even the team that. No, that ain't the one. This isn't the right team. Or this isn't the right roster. That wasn't what I wanted. In 01, they won 116 games. That's not the team I was thinking of. Yeah, I can't find it now. Yeah, that's what I thought, guys. I thought it was the mid 90s when they had all of those. Kalamazoo, you are wrong there, man. Emmett was a beast. Yeah, That's right, Nats man. Hail to the Ravens. The new R. The new R in HTTR. Hail to the Ravens. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna grab a couple things. So these are the pops that I have extras of now. I got 2 extras of these LeBron, and then another extra of the Giannis. I don't know if you guys have seen the Zion or not. It's been hard to find in stores. My shop actually has a ton of them. So I don't know if anybody else. I know me and Cards, Guns, and Collectibles talked about them, and it sounds like he collects some of them, but you got Teen Wolf RB. What about Eric Dickerson? I actually like these little things. I mean, they kind of tie in like bobbleheads, so they're kind of cool. Ooh, let me see if I can get this one down. Here's the Jordans that we got. This has got him in the UNC white uniform. And then this one has him in the warm-up suit. And then this one I couldn't find anywhere. But the card shop had a ton of them. So I picked that one up just because you never know. Best D lineman, Refrigerator Perry. Just because he scored touchdowns too. Are y'all laughing about Refrigerator? Come on, man. He scored touchdowns too. And he had the Super Bowl. Well, what was it? Jim Harbaugh or whatever. Not Harbaugh. What was that guy's name? I don't know. The quarterback with the damn headbands. Reggie White was an awesome man. He was an awesome man. And a hell of a player. That's it, Jim McMahon. Man, I got the names. I know what they look like. I'm throwing the wrong ones. Jim Harbaugh. I mean, come on. I got the right first names. I'm getting the last names off. Okay, what about the Icky Shuffle, guys? I'm gonna tell you. You guys are talking about Reggie White and how amazing he was as not only a player but a person. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know if there's anything online about it, but Icky, I met him a few times, and he actually lost his son. Um, I can't remember exactly what happened, but he actually has a big like charity thing um, in memory of his son, and he's a really really awesome guy. So Ziggy, but yeah, Icky's a pretty awesome guy on a personal level, but Cards, I met him many times with that conversation I had with you yesterday. I met him many times, and he actually had me do a design for him for his son um, that he lost, and I sadly cannot remember exactly what happened, but I know he it's a big part of his life that he lost his son, and so he has a charity and everything for in memory of his son. So he was a really awesome guy to talk to, really good person. I'll tell you guys what we see athletes as on TV. Um, and we see their contracts and the money they make. I'll tell you this: the athletes that I have came in contact with personally and have gotten to know um, outside of what we see on TV, outside of a dollar figure, um, they are, the majority of them are very, very awesome people. Um, they they're regular people just like us, and they really appreciate when someone treats them like a regular person. They have a connection um, with people who meet them on their level, um, and respect that. So just because we see stuff on TV, guys, doesn't mean that's actually who they are. That's right, cardboard. But we only see them with a bat in their hand or a helmet on their head or sneakers on their feet shooting jump shots. Outside of the game of sports, it's basically what I think. You know, when we go to work, we chose our job and we knew at the time about what our job was going to pay us. They chose and a lot of it has to do with God-given talents or whatever. But they chose their career, and they're mainly they're essentially an entertainer. But Rick, my order's been there since May 1st. So, um, there, that I'm at, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'm at like 26 days right now, and I'm perfectly okay with it. I mean, I've showed y'all that they're expanding and everything. Well, Rick, here I'll show you guys. I'm waiting on mine too. So, and I'm not complaining about it, because I understand and I know I could be waiting a lot longer, with other alternatives. But here, I'll show you. Right here, this order. May 1st. Right there. So, I'm I think they'll get back soon. But just letting everybody know, I'm waiting to. I got enough stuff I need to sell anyway. Would you guys be interested in an auction? I Somebody was saying do repacks. I don't want to do repacks because if I did repacks, I would have to put raw cards in there, and that just I don't hardly ever sell raw cards. Um, so I don't want to do a repack type deal. Um, I would rather, yeah, Ziggy. I ain't doing them. I don't want to do those. Um, I just want, you know, some way if you guys are interested in stuff. Would you guys rather me just post stuff on in the Facebook group? Would y'all rather me just do that? Just post stuff in the Facebook for sale section and just do it that way? Or would you rather auction or I mean, I don't know. I got a ton of stuff over there that I'm trying. Like, where did I just put it? I just had it. Like this. I put this in there. I put this in on for sale. Um, I can put things in there, and if people are interested, just hit it up. But yeah, I don't want to do repacks because I don't want to send raw cards out. I don't want I don't want anybody feeling cheated. Um, I've like boggled my mind with a way to do this. Um, but other than that, I don't know. I'm trying to be fair to everybody. Um, so yeah, I don't know nothing about a Discord server. I think I'm just gonna start posting stuff on our page, and if you guys want it, let me know. If not, it's gonna go to eBay, and it can sit there, or I'll just hold it. Um, I think I'd just rather go that way. I was trying to find something fun because y'all have asked about breaks and stuff. Um, so that's why I was trying to throw ideas out there. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. That's exactly right, Carolina. Actually, someone asked something about that earlier in our Facebook group about um, having trouble selling on Facebook, and I think the biggest fear for people is that they're going to get scammed because I know for the long, like on Reddit, I have sold a lot of stuff on Reddit, but I won't lie, I have not bought from anyone and I have not traded from anyone because there's too many people that I've heard that have gotten scammed, and there's been enough people now that have bought from me on there that I have enough people that know. Like, I stopped posting on there a lot, and I posted something the other day, and I got like 4 messages. Hey, good to see you back, and it was like, okay, that was kind of a surprise, but Gareth, I mean, I can look at it. Um, Yeah, Ziggy. That's one thing we're doing in our group, and LJ's actually helping with. We're trying to make sure everyone that is in our group is verified through the scammer site. So that way, everybody can be confident when they're making a sale that they know the people in there are good. That's part of the reason. You know, we're trying to make sure everybody knows the rules, that they're verified through that scammer site and everything, and then that way it can be a a safe place for everybody to buy, sell, and trade. Also, I want to set up, a feedback tab. That way we can go on and keep track of feedback. If you make a good sale and the person you bought from, sent everything quickly and everything else, go on there and let people know about it. That way we all know. Hell no, Nats, man. Y'all ain't ever paying me for information. I just glad that y'all like the information I give you. I ain't never gonna I ain't never gonna make y'all pay me to. Y'all take the time to sit here and watch me. You ain't paying. I'm not a movie star. I'm behind this little webcam. I'm not a movie star. You ain't paying me for nothing. The only thing you'll pay me for is like if you want to buy this card, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Otherwise, I don't want your money. You know, that's not me. Hey, I just miss. I'll be honest. This is how much I'm trying to just help you guys. Um, the group submission. Uh, Guy messaged. He posted a comment and said, "Hey, can I move up and go to 50 cards?" And I messaged him and I said, "Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, to send 50 cards at $15 a piece, you're gonna be at $750." I was like, I would contact SGC because at 750, if you just spent a little bit more, then you could do 100 cards on a 20-day bulk on your own. So I, you know, I told him I was like, we'd be more than glad to do it, but I just want you to know the best option for you, um, because that's what it's about. I don't want him figuring up or thinking later. If he can do 100 instead of 50, that I'm gonna let you guys know that. It's just like I've mentioned the people that only wanted to do three or four. I wanted y'all to know it would actually probably be just as cheap for you to send those on a 10-day yourself, because you're not going to save a lot. So I'm trying to be everybody, to be transparent with everybody and let y'all know and help you out. Sure, I have no problem if you want to send them to us and us send them out, but if it'd be more beneficial for you to do them on your own, I'm gonna let you know that too. So, Gareth, did you go to Liberty? For some reason, your name is really familiar, and I'm not sure why. But if you used to live in Warrenton, I'll have to hit you up. Because your name is really familiar for some reason. You might have known my brother. Natsman, I want to go to the Nationals. I can't remember. I wonder if they're going to keep it in Atlantic City if it doesn't happen this year. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here for tonight. Um, I might get on and post uh, some cards in the group, just to offer them up to you guys. Um, oh, okay, Gareth. So you didn't actually grow up here. You just moved back here for a little while. There's a real big comic convention near us sometimes, Connor. But anyway, guys, I wanted to share with you the awesome cheap finds. I'm pretty happy with that. Um, and then obviously the goot. Um, man, you messed up on that. You went to school with Theodore Roosevelt. You didn't go to his high school. You went to school with him. Stop playing, man. You went to school with Theodore Roosevelt. We know. All right, guys. I'm sorry for the bad comments earlier by a few rotten apples in the chat, but you know, it's going to continue to happen. I know people are going to continue to get on here every now and then and try to start crap. So we'll handle it. We have a good group here. I love getting on, chatting with you guys. I appreciate you guys getting on, chatting with me. I love how we all can interact, have fun, and you know, you're not gonna make everybody happy, but I think for the most part we have a really good group, and so we'll just keep taking care of the bad ones and keep moving forward with the good ones. So anyway, guys, have a good Saturday night. Stay safe, healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.